Hello and welcome to a new video for F1 2012, but this time we'll be talking about the new game F1 2013. So I've done this last year for F1 2012, it's like a sort of wish list, almost like a sort of idea solution for the new game F1 2013. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to talk about is career mode. The career mode for F1 2012 and stuff hasn't really changed since the very first game, which was F1 2010. More of a rewarding experience for the player, as in I want the principals to come up to us, like Martin Whitmarsh or Christian Horner from Red Bull, to come up to us and say, Scott, you're not driving well enough at the moment, you need to improve. So it gets to the point within the season, if you're not actually driving well enough, he can come up to you and say, so you're now the second driver, and we should support Sebastian Vettel, just to support the team and not go for the first place. It may be a little bit controversial, but I think that's a good way and a realistic way of challenging the player and just making him focus throughout the whole season, not just like have a few good races. And I think they need to be a little bit more consistent with the targets, as in, if I win one race, it doesn't mean I can win every race in the future. It sets up unrealistic targets for me. If I have one really good race in Monaco, it doesn't mean I can win the next race. It means I just had a very good race on that one. And they start setting unrealistic targets that you can't really meet, which has been an annoying thing since F1 2010. I'd like to see the press back in the game, as in the press ask us questions, the media ask us very direct questions about the race. Like, did you race well enough? What went wrong in the first part of the race? A lot more variation within the questions. Just makes it a lot more interesting to sort of listen to. So this could affect the team, as in you could actually bash the car and say the car is not good enough. You have problems within the car, like the curve just gave up or DRS didn't work. And you completely slam the team and say they're rubbish at pit stops and really get things changed to the team, or perhaps the team comes up to you and say, why did you say that for? It makes no sense as to why you said that. That's not fair on the team. And yeah, there's really cool questions like that, and really sort of push the after race experience of the game. Because at the moment you get like emails and that's it, which I don't even tend to read very much because they're a bit pointless. But yeah. Also, I'd like to see a full simulator mode. That means, as in, I'd like to see the cars act as realistic as possible. This is great for the guys that have wheels and stuff. So I still think it should still include the normal sort of arcade stroke sim mode. But I think this should be like a full sim mode where the car is like pretty hardcore and very hard to control. And it's very realistic. Again, I want to see some more support for the wheel and controller. The controller's a lot better this year, but still had a few problems. I still have a lot of problems with the game when I turn off the assists. So if I turn off an assist, it's just hard. ABS is okay, locking up brakes and stuff like that, but the traction control, I can put down to about medium. But if I take that off, my car just spins every corner. It's impossible. So hopefully something happens there. I think the scenarios work quite well this year, as in the Champions mode, which is really nice. I'd like to see more modes for that. Perhaps a little bit more variations on them or something like that. But that mode did work quite well. A few modes like that would be pretty cool. I'd like to see some more unlockables, so like old F1 cars, old F1 tracks, and really just sort of pushing the envelope of F1 2013. So this could be like, you can unlock drivers, helmets, old tracks for online as well. Improve connectivity for online. It still has problems. If you play against Americans or Australians or something, the connection is never good. It just lags constantly. So I'd like to see that improved quite a bit. Just pushed a little bit further. I'd like to see like theatre modes and stuff, so you can look at replays, replay cams for that as well, so we can look at other drivers and look back at past races in a very similar fashion to Call of Duty. So that'd be pretty cool as well. I'd like to see a competitive league, as in you could click on a certain mode where it's just purely hardcore racing. The penalty systems will be a lot more harsh, and it just makes it a little bit more of a fun environment for those hardcore F1 fans I know I have quite a few followers of. I think the penalty system still needs to be looked at after 3 years. It's still more bugs than ever. It still just doesn't make any sense. Get the most random penalties ever. And normally it's the people that crash into you that don't get a penalty, which makes no sense. So hopefully that does improve next year. It's something that I'm sure they're aware of. I know it's very tricky. It's hard to pick up who spins or who hits each other first. but that needs to be improved for next year. I like to see competitive racing, so I like to see Virgin Gaming or something like that, similar to sort of FIFA, really get involved so we can have competitive races that involve money, perhaps. That would be really nice. I like to see a difficulty between professional and legend. It seems like legend is a pretty good difficulty for most people, but for me it's very inconsistent. I mean, I go to a certain race and I'm super fast. I go to another race and I'm super slow, which makes no sense. So it's something I think needs to be improved. Whether the legend AI is made more fair, or whether they need like another difficulty between professional and legend. This will be part 1 of my wish list. I've got quite a few things to go through, so this will be part 1. Feel free to leave a comment below about what you think should be included in the game. I will be back with part 2 very soon, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this video will make some changes to the new game F1 2013. I will be sending it to the developers and hopefully they do take notes of a few very cool ideas. As I said, please make sure you leave a comment below about some of your suggestions. I'll include it in the next video with a name. But yeah, I hope you have a great day and I'll see you again soon. Sorry about my cold, I have a little bit of a throat still. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Please make sure you support the video by liking, subscribing, favouriting and commenting. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye.